A Course in Miracles Workbook, Lesson 10. My thoughts do not mean anything.
This lesson means that the thoughts in our minds are not always true or important, even if they seem to be. Most of the time, our thoughts come from old habits, fears, or things we learned that are not real. The Course wants us to notice our thoughts without judging them, and to remember that they do not have real power unless we give it to them. When we stop believing every thought we think, our minds become quiet and open, and then God's peaceful and loving thoughts can take their place.
This idea applies to every thought you notice, especially during the practice times. It works for all of them because they are not your real thoughts. We have talked about this difference before and will talk about it again. Right now, you do not yet have something to compare them to. When you do, you will clearly see that the thoughts you once believed were yours did not mean anything at all.
The Course explains that most of the thoughts we have now are not real because they come from the part of us that believes we are separate from God. These thoughts often come from fear, worry, or judgment, so they cannot be true. Our real thoughts are the loving ones we share with God, but we are not fully aware of them yet. As we practice letting go of meaningless thoughts, God's peaceful thoughts begin to shine through, and we start to see that what we once believed were our thoughts had no real meaning at all.
This is the second time this kind of idea is used. It is almost the same as before, with only a small change. This time, the idea uses the words "my thoughts" instead of "these thoughts." And it does not directly connect the thoughts to things you see around you. Now, the focus is on helping you notice that what you think are your thoughts do not have real meaning.
This paragraph teaches that what you think are your own thoughts are not truly real thoughts at all. The lesson is helping you notice that the thoughts you usually believe come from habits, memories, and old ideas, not from truth. By using the words, "my thoughts," the Course gently points out that these thoughts feel personal, but they still do not mean anything because they are not coming from love or from God. This paragraph sets up an important learning step, which is beginning to question and loosen your attachment to the thoughts you normally trust, so your mind can later learn to recognize what real, loving thoughts truly are.
This part of the learning began by teaching that the thoughts you notice are meaningless. They seem to come from outside you, not from your true mind. They are also based on the past, not on what is happening right now. Now, the lesson is showing that when these thoughts appear, it means you are not really thinking at all. This is another way of saying that your mind is actually empty of real thoughts. When you understand this, you learn to see that what you think you see is really nothing. Knowing this is important because it prepares your mind to see truly.
This paragraph teaches that many of the thoughts you notice are not real thoughts. They come from old ideas, not from your true self, and do not describe what is happening now. When these thoughts fill your mind, you are not truly thinking. Beneath them, your mind is quiet and empty, ready to receive true thoughts from God. When you realize that what you think you see is really nothing, false thoughts lose their power. This clears your mind and prepares you to see with love instead of fear.
Close your eyes for these practice times and begin by saying today's idea slowly and gently to yourself. Then add these words. This idea will help to release me from all that I now believe. Next, quietly look at your thoughts as they come into your mind. Do not choose which thoughts to look at, and do not judge them in any way. Try not to sort them or label them. You can imagine your thoughts like a strange parade passing by with no special meaning for you. As each thought appears, say to yourself, "This thought about blank does not mean anything. That thought about blank does not mean anything."
This paragraph teaches you how to let go of thoughts in your mind so you can feel peaceful inside. Slowly repeat the idea for the day to yourself with your eyes closed, then add the words that remind you. This practice is helping you free your mind from old beliefs that are not true. Next, notice every thought that appears in your mind without choosing, judging, or labeling it. As each thought comes, say to yourself that it does not mean anything. This practice is not about saying that people or things do not matter. It helps you understand that your thoughts about them may not be true because they come from old beliefs instead of love. When you practice calmly, your busy mind begins to rest, and loving, peaceful thoughts from God can fill the space, bringing light, clarity, and truth.
Today's idea can be used anytime a thought makes you feel upset or unhappy. It is helpful to practice it about 5 times during the day. Each practice should be short, about 1 minute or less, while you gently look at your thoughts. Do not practice longer than this, and if you start to feel uncomfortable, practice for only half a minute or even less. Before using the idea with a specific thought, remember to say it slowly first, then add these words. This idea will help to release me from all that I now believe.
This paragraph teaches that you can use today's idea anytime you feel upset or afraid to help your mind find peace again. Practice it 5 times a day for about a minute, just to notice your thoughts and let your mind relax. If you feel uneasy, stop sooner. The practice is meant to bring calm and ease, never stress or strain. Begin by saying the idea slowly, then add the words that remind you. It helps free your mind from old false beliefs. Each time you practice, you let go of fearful thoughts and make room for truth and love. With time, you will learn that peace is always inside you, waiting to be remembered.
My thoughts do not mean anything. My thoughts do not mean anything. My thoughts do not mean anything.